Alright guys, final takeaways. What do you think?
Okay, so amazing, super excited about most of the standards. Most of the things were basic hygiene for us, we were already doing.
Got it.
Thermal propagation is a new thing, which we're already working and we'll soon have a solution for. But yes, like I think move in the right direction.
Awesome.
I think these regulations are fantastic. Fully subscribe to everything on the design side. 90% of everything on the process side. But I think what's been impressive for me is how quick the government is enforced, how quick the agencies have responded, and the industry has come together to have healthy conversation.
Yeah.
We're a large country.
Yeah.
So the agility with which things have happened over the last couple of months has been fairly impressive.
And fairly iterative as well, right?
Fairly iterative,
Yeah.
which is great because that shows clear intent from the government,
Yeah.
clear interest from them. It's seen competitors come together to say, hey, what can we do right for the industry? What can we do right for the customer?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, nothing else matters, right? We need to keep trust or maybe even earn back trust from the consumer that we've lost as an industry, right? And it's not important that, hey, that OEM did it and not me. At the end of the day, everyone's looking at EV as one new piece of emerging category, right? So we're all one in some case while we might be competing. The only way to earn back trust is to go extra hard on regulations.
Yeah.
Right. So yes, some of this might add an extra layer of redundancy. The only way is to start off really tight on the regulations, and then as you get more data, to keep tweaking and saying, hey, maybe this is not relevant anymore.
Yeah.
We can keep changing it.
Maybe this is a smarter way of doing.
Exactly, right? And you can't get all of that. You can't optimize for that on day one, because then you might end up having leaks.
Yeah.
Right. So to me, this is the right way to do it. A lot of people talk about cost and saying the impact on cost. Yes, it's going to impact cost of the batteries, but I think it's also important to realize that the government has set subsidies that pretty much help eliminate a large part of the battery cost. So I don't think we should be complaining. The government's done a great job with respect to demand-linked incentives. They've gone and set ahead production-linked incentives.
Yeah.
So their expectation that, hey guys, build a battery pack that's safe is fair.
Yeah.
Right? And sure, maybe a lot of companies are getting punished for the drawbacks that a few companies have done. But you can't do much. There's no point sitting and complaining.
Yeah.
To me, a lot of these regulations are stuff that we do anyway. And to me, forget the government enforcing anything. I think everyone should do it.
Yeah.
Right? So from a selfish point of view, from an exponent point of view, this is great because for a lot of these things we were doing were considered a premium feature.
Yeah.
Right? That's now, in some sense, become hygiene. Right? So it's great. It's great for the industry. It's obviously good for us from an exponent point of view. And like I said, we fully subscribe to these regulations, even when they were not regulations. At the end of the day, the severity of these things is unimaginable. We've had people lose lives, right? And that's a definite line in the sand.
Yeah.
Right? That we cannot be crossing. We can't even get people hurt, and then we've had so many people lose lives over this, and the reasons are silly, right? So the reasons are silly, and the severity is so severe.
Disproportionate.
Yeah. I mean, you've got to get in on that and fix those gaps, right?
Yeah.
And that's and I believe this is the right way to do that.
Awesome.
So fully subscribe to the whole regulations. It's going to take us from an experiment point of view, it's definitely going to take a couple of months to meet the thermal regulation propagation point of view, but everything else I think is something that we want to be doing anyway.
Got it.
And I think this is going to bring the whole industry forward. I just want to leave on one note. I actually had I had a conversation with one person who told me, I don't feel safe charging my vehicle at home anymore. Right? And that's why I want to use an exponent e-pump. Right? And well, again, from a selfish point of view, that's great, but that's not the reason why I want someone to use an e-pump. Right? You should use an e-pump because of the merits of speed or cost, etc.
Right.
And we want to compete on that. From the large industry point of view, people need to feel safe to be able to drive home a vehicle, park at home and charge at home.
And not feel like their life is going to be in danger.
Exactly, right? And I mean, that is just catastrophic. Right. Imagine any appliance that could kill you. Would you buy it?
Yeah, no.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, imagine your refrigerator just caught fire. Maybe 1 in 1,000 refrigerators caught fire. You would possibly not keep that at home,
Yeah.
right? And that's fundamentally what we need to change for EVs,
Got it.
right? No refrigerator and no EV needs to catch fire. Yes, everyone talks about IC engine vehicles catch fire, so it is being unfair on EVs. But you know what? It's a new category. It's harder to build trust in new categories. That's the reality of it.
Fair.
So if you're in the EV space, try to build a new category, chin up,
Let's move
get
forward.
with the program, move forward. Let's build great EVs.
Yeah. Awesome.